right. Monologue is on. Good luck. Elliot,
All right.
actually, I'm going to just cue just
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Good luck, everyone. All right, so DM Roy just checked out because Nomi was already out, and the Adept isn't feeling hot, and neither is Uber Nobu, and Alamir, nobody knows where the fuck Alamir is. So here's the deal. A couple weeks ago, we were having a great time. We actually located the source of the scarecrows, the poor widow that Uber Nobu is going to make fall in love with him. And then he's going to set her house on fire. And that's like the long game, because in the meantime, in the short game, that didn't work out too well. So, you do what you can do. But Uber Nobu is going to step in there and burn this poor widow's house to the ground one day after she loves him. In the meantime, here in the city, the great city of New Orleans, Louisiana, it is Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. This is the farewell to the flesh. This is the ultimate day in the carnival season. And I got a little bit of a beef, which is also a Mardi Gras term, the fatted calf. You're supposed to slay the fatted calf. Anyway, so my big beef, my Mardi Gras beef today is that I had a phenomenal day. Started off this morning marching in a parade. We went downtown in costume. I'm still wearing my costume. I got this Arabian sort of a get up going on. My daughter's dressed as a pirate. All my friends we were all decked out. We went out to the French Quarter. We went out to Bywater. We marched in St. Anne, and just have had just crazy great carnival day. And I was mindful of the time. I knew I needed to be here because Grognards rule, and we were going to try to have a game on Fat Tuesday. To be fair, we left that a little bit ambiguous 2 weeks ago. But I told DM Roy, what day was that? Maybe Friday. Yeah, we went to a happy hour on Friday, and I told him, look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there on Tuesday. We should have a game. He's like, well, really, Elliot, you were the only one who I was worried about. I mean, nobody else is doing anything on Fat Tuesday. You're the one who's like, yeah, Elliot's a hit or miss. So I told him on Friday, I'll be there. And yeah, here I am. I'm the one who's here. Even, oh man, it sucks. Roy, everybody's got their real legitimate reasons. People aren't feeling well. It's flu season. It's carnival season. It's hey, I don't know. My panties are just too tight season. Anyway, so nobody could make it tonight. But I didn't get the word. So I guess the reason I'm really frustrated is because I didn't get the word until after I had already started hustling. I kind of wanted a little bit of advance notice. Hey, are we playing? Are we not playing? And so after I was hustling to get from some Irish Cultural Museum on Conti Street in the French Quarter, and we hoofed it back to the Jeep in Bywater on North Rampart next to the railroad tracks. It's like, and then we drove over to another friend's house to go check on a dog, and then we got back to the house, and I get to the house, and I'm sitting at the computer, and I get a text. Oh, by the way, back up at Mardi Gras, the networks are clogged, so you don't really get a text message. They're not instantaneous. They're not what you expect in a first world country. This is like a developing nation when it comes to the way technology interacts. Whenever you get to Mardi Gras, there is not enough infrastructure to handle everybody who's come down for carnival. You just can't handle it. So messages are delayed. That relationships get broken up because I texted you. Well, I didn't get it. Well, you did too. You just ignored me. No, I didn't get it. And anyway, so today that happened. It affected the fact that I didn't get the message that the night was canceled until I was already sitting here at the computer, just all pumped up, ready to go after doing all this stuff. So I told Roy, I was like, hey, man, look, we should do something. He said, well, I'll play a rerun. I'm like, people don't want to see a rerun. Who wants to see a rerun? I mean, admittedly, our shit's entertaining, but who wants to see it twice? I mean, once is enough for me. I played it. I don't have to watch it again. Except sometimes I play it drunk, and so then I do need to watch it again. But that's not you. That's just me. So I watch it again, really just to remember where we left off, so I can. Anyway, too many asides. Nonetheless, I asked Roy, "Hey, don't do a rerun. Let's just, I try. Hopefully, I recruited some people today at Mardi Gras. Maybe Mindy's neighbor Cliff is online. Hey, Cliff, if you're online." Thanks for tuning in. I don't know. I don't have visibility to who is watching the stream right now, but Cliff might have tuned in. Michael might have tuned in. I really hope Alona is watching right now. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk to the people who may or may not have tuned in and say, hey, we were going to have a stream tonight. And I really want you to give us another chance and come back on a night that we are actually playing. We're going to get, we're going to have the Edgelords and Murder Hobos. They're going to be on Thursday night. And then the Grognards will be back in 2 weeks from tonight. And then we got the Justice team, and we got a Friday night show. So every Tuesday night, every Thursday night, and every Friday night, you should try to check in on our channel, because we got some really good content here, and I really do like these people too, and people I don't even know in real life, but who I've just learned, gotten to know through this channel, through this Nerd League Gaming Twitch stream experience has been fantastic, and they're just entertainers. They're good entertainers, and I want you to come give us another shot. Sorry we didn't give you a Mardi Gras show. Sorry that we're not doing Grognards tonight, because I really wanted to know where we went from here, because we got a lot of threads being pulled. We just finished the quest with the Emerald Enclave. We've got stuff with the our Troll Skull Manor, our Troll Skull Tavern. We're waiting on furniture to arrive. We're waiting on new quests. We're now legends with the Dung Sweepers Guild, and we're the Lords of Lions as far as everybody knows, except Alona, who seems to be a little bit confused and thinks that we killed her mom, but that's probably Roy's fault, DM Roy's fault. But tune into the Edgelords, tune into the Grognards, and I don't see anybody chatting on the stream, so I'm gonna assume I'm in a room alone right now. But if you're out there, give me a shout out so I can tell that I'm not talking to just a computer. I'm gonna give you a minute. This is really good meat, actually. I kind of wish Roy's music for me wasn't "When Johnny Came Marching Home Again, Hurrah, Hurrah." But he left, so I can't change the soundtrack, actually. I'm stuck with this background music. All right, so next thing, let's talk about Gale Finder. All right, so tonight, since I've got the stage, Gale Finder has an interesting character concept. He grew up in the field ward. He was orphaned. He was bitter. He was a bitter young tabaxi, and he grew up just hating everybody. Everybody annoyed the hell out of him, and He just wished that everybody would disappear. Everybody would go away. He didn't want his own family around him anymore. And you know the phrase, be careful what you ask for. So one day, Gale goes out and he's just hanging out in the field board doing his thing. Maybe he went to work, maybe he went to play. He just went out. And when he came back home, his family was indeed gone. His parents, his siblings, they were just gone. And he never had any clue as to where they went, why they went. They never told him goodbye. They just disappeared. Poof. And he just sat there and he just was depressed and didn't eat. It took him a week to leave the house again, to actually go in search of food. He just sat there and suffered in solitude for a week before he even left the house. And when he finally did, the only thing that got him going was because of his curious nature. He wanted to find out what happened to him. Like, as much as they had annoyed him, as much as he hated every minute of having to tolerate all their mundane bullshit talking, he just got to where he wanted to. He wanted them back. He wanted to find them. He wanted to find out what happened to him. He wanted an answer. He wanted answers to, where did my family go? They just left. They're gone. And so that's what set him off on his just life's work of trying to find missing people, missing things. He became a detective with the Night's Watch, thinking that or with the Watchers. He just wanted to find out. He wanted to learn the skills and use the law and have every tool available to him to help find his missing family. And he never did. He tried and he tried for years and years, and he actually retired from the Watchers and decided that he wanted to put those skills that he had learned to somebody's benefit, somebody besides himself. He had been trying and trying and trying, still annoyed as fuck, but he had decided to go and help people. And he left the Watchers Guild. He left the City Watch and decided that he was going to just go as a private detective, and he was for hire to help you find a new person or any person that you wanted to find. But he had a conscience, and that's really clutch in the character development of Gale, is that he's very good. He finds everybody he wants to find, but he doesn't always claim his reward. He doesn't always claim his payment, because after he finds who he's looking for, he determines if that person should be found, if that person and if his client is a person worthy of finding the person he found. And so that's actually how I got into this party. You know, I was on a quest and young Elroth was my quarry. I found young Elroth, and I haven't learned enough about young Elroth's story to know yet if his family really needs to find him, or if he's better off with the Grognards, with our new family that we've found and that we've built. And so it's a game of exploration. I know that in our games, in our role playing, you can see how irritated I get with young Elroth. Gale and Elroth, he's such a kid. He's such a kid, and he annoys me, but I just don't think his family needs him back. So I don't think I need that money. I think that Elroth is finding his way painfully slowly, but I'm still looking. I'm still looking for. I'm searching for Elroth, and I'm not claiming that prize until I'm sure that it's the right answer, and I do that a lot. So this gives a lot of threads for DM Roy to explore. You know, the relationship with me and Elroth. Elroth doesn't care about me. He doesn't know about any of this. This is just my thing. And Alamir, this newcomer, I kind of like Alamir because he's a newcomer. Because the rest of these three, you know, you got Elroth and you got shit, I'm drawing a blank on my own character names. Anyway, Nomi and the Adept. You got the characters, and we're all like, oh, Roginald P. Smythesworthy the third, and Imani. That's who they are. Anyway, so we got Elroth and Imani and Roginald P. Smythesworthy the third, and they were all kind of in the same society. They're all in with the organized crime, which I had a career trying to, you know, combat organized crime, and now I've got a vocation that sometimes I got to blur those lines. I got to cooperate with criminals. I got to be a part of that society, even though it really goes against my nature as a former member of the City Watch. But I'm a former member, and I do have those blurred lines, and I'm allowed to blur those lines. And so we got off to a really rough start. They hated me. I hated them. I didn't see how this party was ever going to make it past that first little encounter going through the fucking sewers with those goblins. We hated each other. We rolled through that somehow, and we forged a very weak alliance until we inherited a tavern together, and now suddenly we've got a common goal, common vocation, and we've still got some growing pains, but we got a lot of cohesiveness just by the fact that now we own property together. I wish both of my marriages had been like that, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, you don't need to know about all that. So that's the best I got for our Mardi Gras show. I just gave you a little background, a little bit of depth of Gale's character. And so he's an investigator. He wants to help people find their lost things, and he also wants to find his lost things, and not just his family, but just he really is looking for something. He doesn't have a family, and so he hasn't admitted it to anybody yet. But this new party and this Troll Skull Manor, this venture here is kind of the closest thing he's got to a family. They've got Uncle Lucky. They've got each other. They've got their people they're running from in Elroth's case. And so I'm really interested to learn more about Alamir, who's kind of a newcomer to the scene. But in the meantime, this is Gale Finder's new family, and he's really trying to figure some shit out and figure out where his limits are as far as blurring the lines between lawfulness as a City Watch as a retired City Watch member and a current investigator, detective, and knowing he wants to be a good person. He wants to be a good character, but how good, what's necessary, you know. Yeah, I can't hear you. If you're talking, I can't hear you. So yeah, I think DM Roy is trying to talk to me, but I can't hear him. I hope everybody can hear me, because this will be a totally wasted rant if I have been unheard the whole time. Yeah, Roy, if you're on there, you might as well just come on to the stream, because I can't hear you. hang on, everybody. I'm texting DM Roy to tell him, nope, can't hear you. I mean, surely you can spare a couple of minutes. All right, sent DM Roy a text. Anyway. Oh, he wants me to text him when I'm ready to wrap. All right. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed this brief segment, but I think that 27 minutes is longer than any sermon I ever listened to, and they were probably way better trained at it than I am. So I am ready to wrap. I'm going to talk to Roy and tell him to shut this stream off. But look, log into our subscribe to our channel, and then you can join us on Discord and have a conversation with us on Discord. And we'd love to get everybody's feedback. And it's really more fun whenever we got friends and fans. And so subscribe to the channel. Tune in Thursday night for the real stars. The Edgelords and Murder Hobos are the best. The Grognards, my group, is the second best. And everybody else is also still pretty cool anyway. So yeah, we got a good channel, good content, and we want to see you back every time. So until Thursday, nerd out. Except I don't actually have the power to nerd out, so I'm gonna have to text Roy.